Imagine walking into a room and without saying a word, capturing everyone's attention. That's the power of silence, a tool far more potent in communication than we often realize. It's not about the absence of sound. It's about the presence of a profound understanding and the ability to wield influence without uttering a single word. Today, we're going to explore this underrated skill, uncovering how silence can transform your interactions, strengthen your relationships, and even enhance your inner peace. Surprisingly, knowing when to hold back and let the silence speak can lead to breakthroughs in personal growth and success. So, let's dive into a world where silence is not just golden, it's transformative. Diving deep into the heart of communication, let's explore the silent but compelling force that shapes our interactions: silence itself. Research across psychological and sociological landscapes has illuminated how silence, far from being a void, is a canvas upon which profound understanding and connection can be painted. Studies have shown that strategic silence can elevate the quality of conversations, making them more meaningful and impactful. For a moment, the power of a pause. When someone stops to truly listen, the space created allows for deeper reflection, both for the speaker and the listener. This is not just anecdotal wisdom. It's backed by science. Psychologists have found that pauses in conversation increase empathy and understanding, as they give us time to process what has been said and respond with greater thoughtfulness. Moreover, the strategic use of silence can be a powerful tool for emphasizing a point or conveying a message without words. It's akin to the rest of a piece of music, making the notes that come before and after all the more significant. In the realm of conversation, a well-placed silence can underscore the importance of what was said or what is yet to be said, adding weight and gravity to the exchange. Silence also speaks volumes in the dance of social dynamics. Sociologists have observed that in group settings, those who skillfully employ silence often command more attention and respect than those who fill every moment with words. It's a subtle art, knowing when to speak and when to be silent, but its effects on social perception are profound. Transitioning from the why to the how and recognizing the right moment for silence is a skill that can dramatically improve our interactions. The first step is awareness. Being mindful of the flow of conversation and the reactions of those involved can provide cues as to when silence might be more eloquent than words. One of the key indicators is the emotional temperature of the conversation. In moments of high tension or emotion, choosing silence over immediate reaction can diffuse potential conflict and create space for cooler heads to prevail. It's in these pauses that we find room for empathy to grow, allowing us to connect on a deeper level with those around us. Another situation where silence is golden is during decision-making or brainstorming sessions. Allowing silence to settle after a question or proposal is put forward can inspire creativity and encourage contributions from even the most reserved participants. It signals respect for diverse perspectives and the value of thoughtful deliberation. Body language, too, plays a crucial role in signaling when silence might be the best response. A furrowed brow, averted gaze, or closed posture can indicate that the other person is processing or uncomfortable, suggesting that it might be wise to pause and give them space. Conversely, positive cues, such as nodding, leaning in, or maintaining eye contact, can invite you to continue speaking. However, even in these moments, integrating brief pauses can enhance understanding and engagement, making the conversation more dynamic and interactive. Effective silence relies on the delicate balance of talking and listening, a balance that is constantly shifting based on the context, and content of the conversation. By attuning ourselves to these rhythms, we can navigate social interactions with greater finesse and achieve more meaningful connections. In practicing the art of silence, we also learn to better control the flow of dialogue. Knowing when to pause can give us the upper hand in negotiations or debates, allowing us to steer the conversation in a direction that aligns with our goals. Ultimately, the mastery of silence is not about withholding, but about enriching our communications. It's about creating a space where words have more weight, emotions can settle, and true understanding can blossom. As we cultivate this skill, we not only enhance our personal and professional relationships, but also discover a deeper sense of presence and mindfulness in our everyday lives. So, as we move forward, let us not underestimate the profound impact of silence on our conversations. By integrating these insights and tips into our daily interactions, we can transform silence from a passive absence into an active, powerful tool for connection and understanding. In the world of screenwriting, silence is not merely the absence of dialogue. It's a canvas for storytelling, a space where emotions and intentions are amplified without a single word being spoken. This principle holds a powerful lesson for us in real life, teaching us the art of strategic silence. Just as a screenwriter crafts silent scenes to heighten the drama, emphasize a character's internal struggle, or mark a turning point, we too can use silence to add depth and meaning to our interactions. Consider the moments in films where silence prevails, and all we are left with are the characters' expressions, the landscape, or the lingering tension in the air. These scenes often carry the most weight, pulling us deeper into the story. Screenwriters meticulously design these moments, understanding that silence, when used deliberately, speaks volumes. It invites the audience to lean in and engage more fully with the narrative unfolding before them. In our lives, moments of silence can serve a similar purpose. When we choose to pause before responding, we create an opportunity for reflection and a deeper connection. Silence can be a sign of respect, showing that we value what the other person has said so much that we are taking a moment to absorb and consider it fully. It can also be a powerful tool in communication, signaling seriousness, acceptance, or the need for contemplation. Screenwriters use silence to convey complex emotions. The unsaid words between characters can be more poignant than the spoken ones. Similarly, in our interactions, silence can express empathy, understanding, and patience. It can bridge communication gaps where words fail, allowing shared feelings and experiences to speak for themselves. Moreover, in storytelling, silence often marks pivotal moments. It's the breath before a revelation, the pause before a decision, or the calm before a storm. These techniques can be mirrored in our lives, where allowing a moment of silence before making a significant announcement or decision can emphasize its importance, making the moment more impactful for everyone involved. Silent scenes in screenplays challenge the audience to interpret and feel the story on a deeper level, engaging their imagination and empathy. When we apply the concept of strategic silence in our conversations, we invite others to read between the lines, to understand not just what is said, but what is felt and meant. This fosters a level of communication that goes beyond words, creating connections that are rich with meaning and understanding. By borrowing from the strategies of screenwriting, we see that silence is not just a break in conversation, but a powerful tool for enhancing communication. It allows us to convey strong emotions and mark pivotal moments in our interactions, enriching our relationships and making our exchanges more meaningful. Just as in a well-crafted film, where a silent scene can be the most memorable, in life, moments of silence can be among the most profound and impactful. Starting on a journey of personal growth often involves exploring uncharted territories within ourselves, and one of the most profound yet underappreciated paths is the practice of silence. Silence, far from being a mere absence of noise, can become a transformative tool that deepens our listening skills and enriches our relationships. It's in the quiet moments that we learn to listen, not just to the words being spoken, but to the myriad of meanings that lie beneath. Practicing silence encourages us to cultivate a quality of presence, which is both rare and precious. When we listen deeply, we do so not only with our ears but also with our hearts, creating a space where true understanding can flourish. This heightened form of listening enhances our empathy, allowing us to connect with others on a level that transcends words. The act of being fully present, without the distraction of our own thoughts or the rush to respond, signals to our loved ones that they are truly seen and heard. But how do we integrate the practice of silence into our busy lives? One simple yet effective exercise is to dedicate a few minutes each day to silent meditation or mindful breathing. This practice helps to quiet the mind, making it easier to listen and be present in our daily interactions. Another exercise is to consciously pause before responding in conversations, even if only for a breath or two. This pause not only gives us time to formulate more thoughtful responses, but also teaches us the value of considering our words carefully. Engaging in silent reflection at the end of each day can also be a powerful tool for personal growth. Reflect on the day's interactions and consider the moments where silence might have added value or offered a different perspective. This practice encourages a habit of self-awareness and mindful communication. Furthermore, setting aside time for silent nature walks can offer a unique opportunity to connect with the world around us without the barrier of constant noise. These moments of silence in nature can be deeply rejuvenating, providing clarity and a sense of calm that we carry into our interactions with others. By transforming silence into practice, we open ourselves up to a world of deeper understanding and connection. Silence becomes a bridge to empathy, a way to truly listen, and a path to seeing the world and the people in it with a renewed sense of wonder and appreciation. As we grow more comfortable with silence, we find it's not just a tool for personal growth, but a gift that enhances every aspect of our lives, making our relationships richer, our conversations more meaningful, and our moments of solitude a source of peace and insight. In the bustling corridors of professional life, where words often fly fast and decisions are made in the blink of an eye, silence emerges as an unexpected ally, holding the power to transform outcomes and inspire leadership. Imagine walking into a negotiation, armed not just with facts and figures, but with the strategic use of silence. This isn't about withholding, but about knowing when to pause, listen, and reflect, creating a space where solutions and agreements can surface naturally. Silence, when wielded with intent in meetings, can be a force for clarity and focus. Picture a room where ideas are being discussed frenetically, and in the midst of this, a leader introduces a moment of silence, a pause to collect thoughts and consider the options presented. This simple act can shift the dynamic, allowing participants to step back, regroup, and approach the discussion with a renewed perspective. It's in these pauses that the most insightful contributions often emerge, shaped not by the pressure to respond, but by the genuine reflection that silence encourages. In negotiations, the power of silence is even more pronounced. It can be a strategic tool, signaling confidence and allowing the negotiator to maintain control of the conversation. By pausing before responding to an offer or a demand, you convey that you are considering all angles, which can lead to more favorable terms. Silence in this context isn't a gap, it's a statement. It tells the other party that you're thoughtful, deliberate, and not easily swayed by pressure. Qualities that command respect and often lead to better outcomes. The importance of pausing before responding to critical comments or questions cannot be overstated. In the heat of a challenging conversation, a reactive response can escalate tensions or lead to miscommunication. A deliberate pause, however, offers a chance to respond with intention rather than impulse. This moment of reflection can be the difference between a misunderstanding that spirals out of control and a constructive exchange that leads to understanding and resolution. Leaders who accept silence as part of their communication toolkit also demonstrate emotional intelligence, showing their teams that reflection and calm deliberation are valued over rash decisions. This creates a culture of thoughtful communication where team members feel heard and valued, fostering a sense of belonging and engagement. Furthermore, silence can be a tool for inclusivity, giving space to those who might need more time to formulate their thoughts or who may feel overshadowed in more boisterous settings. By intentionally creating moments of silence, leaders can encourage participation from all team members, ensuring a diversity of perspectives is heard and considered. Incorporating silence into professional settings is not about creating awkward pauses or stifling discussion. It's about enriching communication, enhancing decision-making, and fostering a culture of respect and mindfulness. As we navigate the complexities of the professional world, let's remember the power of silence to transform our interactions, guide our leadership, and lead us to better outcomes. Silence, often misunderstood as a gap to be filled, holds an untold capacity to deepen bonds in our most cherished relationships. Within the tapestry of human connection, silence weaves a thread of intimacy and trust that words alone cannot. Imagine sitting beside a loved one, sharing a moment of silence that feels as comfortable as a well-worn sweater. This silence speaks, not of awkwardness or distance, but of a profound connection that transcends the need for constant conversation. In the dance of dialogue that characterizes our relationships, we sometimes forget the power of simply being together in quiet. Yet, it's in these moments of shared silence that we often feel closest to our partners, friends, and family members. These are the moments that allow us to bask in each other's presence and connect on a level that words might disrupt. It's a silent language of love, understanding, and mutual respect. Silence in relationships invites us to listen, not only with our ears, but also with our hearts. It gives us the space to tune into the subtle cues that reveal what our loved ones are feeling and thinking. This kind of listening fosters a deep sense of empathy and understanding, laying the foundation for trust to flourish. When we know we can sit in silence with someone and feel completely at ease, we're experiencing one of the most genuine forms of intimacy. Contrary to popular belief, comfortable silence is not something to be avoided. It's a state to be cherished. It signifies a bond so strong that it doesn't require constant verbal affirmation. This doesn't mean that communication isn't important, but rather that silence complements and enhances our conversations, providing balance and depth to our interactions. Silence also offers us a respite from the bombardment of daily noise, creating a peaceful oasis where we can recharge together. In these quiet moments, we can reflect, dream, and simply be side by side. This shared serenity can become a powerful ritual, a sanctuary for our relationships amidst the chaos of life. Moreover, comfortable silence allows us to appreciate the beauty of the unspoken. It teaches us that not every silence needs to be filled, and not every question needs an immediate answer. It encourages patience and the understanding that sometimes the best way to support someone is just to be there, offering silent solidarity. In fostering comfortable silence, we learn to let go of the fear of being misunderstood or seeming disinterested. We have come to understand that silence, far from creating distance, can draw us closer, revealing the strength and resilience of our connections. Let us celebrate and cultivate these moments of comfortable silence in our relationships. It is in these pauses between words that we find the space to truly connect, build trust, and deepen our bonds. In the art of silence, we discover another layer of love, one that enriches and elevates our most meaningful connections. Mastering the art of silence is like learning to play a beautiful yet silent symphony within the chaos of everyday life. It's a skill that can transform not only how we communicate, but also how we connect with ourselves and the world around us. To begin this journey, there are practical exercises that can gently guide us into becoming more comfortable with silence and refining its use in our lives. Start with the simple act of scheduling brief periods of silence into your day. Just 5 minutes of sitting quietly each morning can set a serene tone for the hours ahead. During these moments, let the silence wash over you, noticing the thoughts and feelings that bubble up without judgment. This practice cultivates a space of internal calm, preparing you to accept the day's challenges with a sense of peace. Mindfulness is another powerful tool in our quest to master silence. It teaches us to be present in the moment, fully engaged with whatever we're doing, whether it's eating, walking, or simply breathing. By focusing on the here and now, we learn to quiet the mind's chatter, making room for silence to speak its quiet wisdom. Meditation deepens this connection to silence, inviting us to explore the vastness of our inner landscape. It doesn't require hours of sitting in a lotus position. Even a short daily practice can yield profound benefits. Through meditation, we become acquainted with the silence within, learning to carry its tranquility into the hustle and bustle of our daily lives. Another practical exercise is the mindful observation of nature. Spend time outdoors, quietly observing the natural world. Notice how the trees stand in silent majesty, how the sky unfolds in quiet grandeur, and how each creature moves with a purposeful hush. This communion with nature can teach us about the elegance of silence, reminding us that there is a time to speak and a time to simply be. In conversations, practice the art of pausing before responding. This deliberate pause is not only respectful, but it also allows you to gather your thoughts and respond more thoughtfully. Over time, this practice can enhance your communication, making it more intentional and meaningful. Finally, explore silent reading or journaling as a way to engage with silence actively. These activities encourage reflection and introspection, helping to quiet the mind and connect with the deeper aspects of oneself. Through these daily practices, silence becomes not just an absence of noise, but a source of strength, clarity, and inspiration. As we grow more comfortable with silence, we find that it has much to teach us about patience, presence, and the profound connections that flourish in the quiet moments of our lives. In the journey toward mastering the art of silence, we're bound to encounter hurdles that make silence feel like an insurmountable challenge. Among these, impulsiveness and the fear of missing out stand tall, whispering doubts that can disrupt our peace. Yet, it's in the heart of these challenges that we find our greatest opportunity for growth, transforming obstacles into stepping stones toward a deeper understanding and appreciation of silence. Impulsiveness, that sudden urge to speak without thinking, often stems from a deeper discomfort with stillness. It's a reflex, a habit formed from the belief that our value is measured by our words rather than our presence. The first step in overcoming this impulse is to recognize it and gently acknowledge these moments without judgment. By becoming aware of our tendencies, we can begin to pause, even if just for a breath before we speak. This pause, though small, is mighty, allowing us to choose our words with intention and to find value in the moments of silence between them. The fear of missing out, on the other hand, whispers that silence will leave us behind, out of touch with the world around us. But silence, in its wisdom, offers us a richer connection to the present, grounding us in the here and now. To ease this fear, start by accepting small pockets of silence throughout your day. It might be during a walk for a few minutes before sleep, or in the quiet of the early morning. These moments allow us to reconnect with ourselves and the world in a more meaningful way, proving that what we fear missing isn't found in constant noise, but in the depths of silent presence. Creating a sanctuary for silence can also be a powerful antidote to these challenges. Designate a space in your home where quiet is cultivated and cherished. A corner, a chair by a window, or any spot that invites calm. This physical space serves as a reminder of the tranquility that silence offers and becomes a refuge from the world's clamor. Incorporating silent practices into your routine can further help you accept silence, whether it's through meditation, yoga, or simply sitting quietly with a cup of tea. These practices reinforce the value of stillness, making silence a comfortable companion rather than something to be feared. Lastly, patience is key. Like any skill, the art of silence takes time to develop. Celebrate the small victories, the moments when you chose silence over impulsiveness, when you found joy in the quiet rather than fearing what might be missed. With each step, silence becomes less of an impossibility and more of an infinite possibility, a space where growth, understanding, and peace flourish. As we navigate these challenges, let us remember that the journey towards mastering silence is not about perfection, but about progress. It's a path of becoming, where each moment of silence is a step closer to our truest selves, connected and present in a world that thrives on noise but cherishes the profound wisdom found in silence. As we draw this journey to a close, it's clear that mastering the art of silence is not merely about accepting quietude. It's about discovering a powerful tool that can transform our interactions, enhance our personal growth, and deepen our connections. The benefits of integrating silence into our lives are manifold, from improving our listening skills and fostering deeper relationships to enhancing our presence and mindfulness in the bustling tapestry of life. Silence, we've learned, is not an absence, but a presence. It's a choice that brings with it the power to change the rhythm of our conversations, the depth of our relationships, and the quality of our inner lives. By choosing silence, we choose to listen more deeply, respond more thoughtfully, and connect more authentically. Let's shift our perspective to see silence not as a void to be filled, but as a space rich with potential. In the quiet, we find strength, understanding, and an unparalleled connection to the world around us. As we move forward, let's carry with us the lessons of silence, allowing them to guide us in our words, our actions, and our moments of stillness. I encourage you, as we part ways in this video, to invite silence into your life. See it as a deliberate choice and a powerful tool for transformation and growth. And as you do, remember that the journey of mastering silence is one we start on together in the quiet moments that weave through the fabric of our daily lives. If this message resonates with you, if you felt the stirring of silence within and its call to a deeper understanding, I invite you to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Together, let's explore the profound impact of silence in our lives, accepting its lessons and discovering its quiet, transformative power.